I love these hairstyles. They're great. I love that on her. I think that in any color would be really pretty. Always take images. Always take images to your stylist, whether they're images that you like or don't like.
Okay, so Julie, I'm really glad to have you here. And I would like to start with introducing you and giving you the word to tell about your experience in hairstyling and telling our words of appreciation from The Right Hairstyles for cooperating with us as an expert. So your comments as a reviewer are very precious to us, and we love to feature your works, and we love to have you here today to discuss AI hairstyles and some recommendations for women. So
Yes.
please tell us more about how long you've been in all this and what you are working on now.
I've been a hairstylist for 18 years. Um, uh, I'm trying to even think, like it's always like on the spot, right? To think about what yourself. I've done hair for 18 years. I always approach hair cuts and colors from a perspective of like going into this is just so excited because one, I think it's so exciting to have the AI factor because people can physically see it, which I think is such an added. Don't mind the blue hands, by the way, either. My hands are blue. Doing hair color.
Nice color effect.
Yes,
Yeah.
blue hair color. But I always approach like hair from a standpoint of like I can tell you what is going to look good on you and what will flow with your face and all that. But if you don't feel comfortable in it, you're not going to like it. And so I love this like AI factor because you can actually see it and you can be like, ooh, okay, actually, like I don't like that that's sitting there or that it makes my face look lighter or brighter. And so I just think this concept of like incorporating AI mixed with like a live action hairstylist is so cool because I think it's going to give people like a different opportunity to view themselves in a different way. And I feel like that's how I've always kind of approached hairdressing as a whole. So
And how often does it happen that people come up to you with some images of hairstyles? They think that might look good on them, but you like talk them out of the option. Or how often do people bring those reference images? So has
all the
anyone come to you with AI images so far?
never of themselves. So many images on social media or like Pinterest, particularly, are AI generated right now. But I actually haven't ever had a client come with an AI image of themselves. I've actually had one send me pictures. I take that back, just one. She had downloaded an app and sent it to me, and it was hilarious because then she ordered a wig. She literally doesn't have the hair like possible that she liked, so she's like, "I'm totally going to order a wig." So she ordered a wig, which was really fun. But I can't tell you, I probably talk people out of cuts and colors all the time, and partially morely because I know them. And so it's more from that standpoint of I'm like, you're not gonna like this, because there is that too. That's why in a lot of situations where I get asked these kinds of questions too, like I'm like, lead with somebody who knows you like internally and trust their instinct. If they tell you no, you're not gonna like that, like listen to them because they're looking at it from a different perspective than say you looking at yourself again, which is why I love the AI because it's putting a lot of the things together. So
with AI hairstyles as well, these are the references to discuss. So this is the starting point of discussion with your family, with your stylist, because obviously not all styles will work for your hair type. But again, it's a good way to see what looks good on you and what doesn't.
yes.
So we have selected randomly 10 women whose images were mostly valid. Yes, so some could be better, but these are valid. And for all of them, we will create 80 hairstyles using AI. So obviously we have added lots of choice, and you can select to generate these AI hairstyles in different colors, to select the length, yes, and the shape that you want. But for this talk, we've decided to select 80 popular ones. So these are the ones women select most often and in different colors. So what we want to show to women and what we also recommend them to do is not to limit yourself with ideas you are used to be open to something new. And even if you can achieve that with a wig, yes, because sometimes you say that it's okay. So we have so many solutions nowadays. There are extensions, there are wigs, and it's
Wigs are beautiful.
definitely up to you to decide, yes. So with a stylist, everything is achievable.
Yes.
So can you, Julie, please share your screen with the images of the women we have? What would you like to point out about her face shape and about possible hairstyles that might work for her?
Yeah. I mean, she's a very oval shaped face, which typically the the desired face shape is actually oval.
Mhm.
It's all personal preference. I can tell she's probably pretty tall. So I think her length fits her really well. I
Okay.
mean, she's so pretty, so I feel like adding a little bit of color here and there. I mean, I love brunettes, so I'm always going to be one who's like, stay brunette, stay dark. Adding a little bit of like pigment to it would be super fun. Like a warmer tone. She's got a little bit of warmth like in her face. Her eyes are like that chocolatey brown. I think a bang, like the really trendy fringy bang on her would be super, super pretty. It'd frame in her face, give her a little bit more. Actually, I feel like it would make her length look longer. So I think that that would be a really good option on her. Color, if it were me, I would keep her dark.
So we have generated more hairstyles per hair, but we would like to go through this process and order 20 hairstyles just to show women how the process of selection happens and what you actually can order on our website. So here is a free version where you can select 5 free hairstyles, and all the rest are part of our paid packages. But what you can do is on top, you see that you can see all the hairstyles in black color, copper, dark brown, warm blonde, and platinum blonde. So basically, you can choose either focus on different hairstyles and colors at the same time, or pick something you consider, or something, for example, like dark brown. Lisa, we can try dark brown and select different hairstyles in this tone. So please click plans to try these premium hairstyles. Please buy one of the plans. Yes, do you see
Like the
that
word
on the
plans.
bottom?
Oh, plans. Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
And let's select the plan starter for 20 images.
Okay.
Mhm. This directs us to Stripe payment.
Okay.
And we have a promo code for you to make that with 100% discount. So please click add promo code.
Okay. Okay.
And the promo code is Head Rush Designs, which might be very familiar to you. Yes.
Yes.
So this is the channel you should find Julie at.
So,
Okay, so what you have now is that all the images are open for you to select, and you can also switch between colors, and choose them in the color you want. So now
Okay.
we have to pick 20 hairstyles we would like to try on our client. So
Okay.
what would you like to choose for hair? You may select in terms of some shape, length, or maybe the color. Yes, so what would you recommend?
Okay. And you can see my screen?
Right?
Okay. So I'm clicking these ones that I would like to try
Mm-hmm.
on her.
Yes?
Okay. Love this one. I think a lot of warmth would be really pretty on her. Is it collecting? No? Did I just click the
It
image?
should.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
I would love that one on her. I would love that one. This one.
Okay, so you can see that we have 5 now, right?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Actually, let's do that one. 6, 7, 8, um, 9. I love these hairstyles. They're great. 30, 12, 13. Oh, these are beautiful. 14, 15, 16. Let's try something fun. 17.
Yeah, let's choose something edgy, yes, in short, how it will look on her. So now you have 20, but you can click hairstyle selected, see everything we've picked, and maybe opt out of some options. So to choose something else. So here is everything we have selected. So
Okay,
maybe there is something we can refuse from, yes, to choose something different instead.
okay, so how do I go back? Because I need to
You
pick two
choose
more.
any option you like, whether to look on medium, short, curly, some bobs. So you
Let's
use the filter to get back to anything you want.
do, oh, I love this one. Love this one. Okay. Ooh, that one's cute too. Dang it. See, how do you choose? Okay, let me unselect
So
one. Okay, we're gonna unclick that one, and then we're gonna go back to all. Is this one down here is really cute? Where did you go? This one. This one's
let's try to go to the dark brown options and see how these hairstyles look in dark brown too. So on top you have all the colors.
okay. Oh, so you can generate any of these into
And
color.
if you go to dark brown, please click dark brown. Yes,
Okay.
you can see all the hairstyles in dark brown options. So again, you can choose the same hairstyle in its original color and also in the color you are interested in. So you can pick both styles. And sometimes cuts look very different in different
Very
colors.
agreed.
In light blonde, they give a very different impression than what we have in dark colors. But
Yes.
if it would be great to choose diverse hairstyles as well, so you
Let's
can
go.
go ahead and click to generate our 20 hairstyles.
Okay, let's go. Whoa, where did that just go? Oh, dark brown. Cool. There's one more here at the bottom. Okay, let's do this one. This one's so cute. Okay, I love all these. So just click next.
Right?
Save it. So
Yeah.
then
You're
which
doing
email?
that. And please use the email we have used previously, that is AI@gmail.com. Mhm. So Now we will have to wait for a couple of minutes for the generation to get started,
Yes.
and for AI to train, yes, and to produce the results. But
Yes.
meanwhile, I will take over sharing screen from you. Mentioned, we have already generated the hairstyles for our winners, and we have them ready. But again, we will have a look separately at the results you wanted to look at.
Okay.
And so do you see the results now?
Yes. Let me. Yes.
So again, we can open and have a
Oh, I love
closer
that.
look at all the images. So here is the one you have also selected. Yes.
Okay. Love
And
that.
what do you think about it?
I love that on her. I think that's just a very trendy, feminine, beautiful haircut.
Mhm. So also we have something in gray color, which seems to suit her good as well. And
It's
this
very
wispy bangs covers a larger forehead and gives a nice image overall. Yes?
yes.
Okay. So here is another style you have selected. Yes, Julie, as far as I remember. So if we just look through everything, can we pick like 3 to 5 ideas she should consider, she should take to her stylist or discuss with her family? So again, we see very diverse lenses, colors. Is there anything you would say this is not the best option for her, and vice versa, this is a good option to think about?
Yeah. Just even as you're like scanning through them, I personally I don't love the blonde on her. Like I like the dark on her skin. I like the ones where there's a little bit more warmth. I think they're really, really pretty. So it's
Mhm.
she's
Okay, this
lighter,
the one
but it's
the
yes,
one you
that
have
one's
pointed
beautiful.
out. Yes, and
That
this
one's
one seems
pretty.
to be very pretty. Yes.
Yeah, that's
So,
like that was like the little framing around her face to give her a little bit more texture. It like adds a little bit more shape to her face, which I love. I think that's beautiful.
mhm.
Um, I'm
Okay.
trying to see what other ones. Even actually, the one next to kind of that pinkish bob,
Hmm.
the
This
other one,
one.
go over to
Yeah.
the left, the other side.
Hmm. The other side. Okay.
That one. That one's really pretty. So that's still lighter, but it's more warmth. Like it's a warmer, goldeny blonde. She looks really good with a lot of texture around her face, which she naturally has curly hair. So that's also good to see that like
Mhm.
the curl actually does really, really well on her face. It's beautiful. I love that one.
I totally agree. Yes. So some other styles we have.
I mean, even that like cute little short brown pixie is cute on her.
This
Yeah,
one, right?
yeah, that's
Hmm.
beautiful.
Hmm.
That's like a very extreme change, but it's super cute and it's really flattering.
Something she shouldn't be afraid of after
Yeah,
looking
no,
at
like
the
even
images.
the one
Mhm.
two over, the little short brown bob, super flattering on her. She's definitely got a shape base and coloring that she can rock either really dark and really short or really long. I just think that typically she looks better with like a lot of texture and
Mhm.
richness. Like none of those like really cool tone blondes, like
Mhm.
definitely like the warmth undertones,
Yeah,
the
and
golden,
actually, light blonde washes her out a little bit,
very washes her
right?
out. Yeah.
So this is like beware of blonde blindness. Don't
Yes.
go to light because your eyes and all your um, skin color really demands, yes, this
Yes.
a bit of darkness and warmth.
Yeah.
So
I love
here are
warmth.
some curly. ideas, but it seems to me she doesn't have so much curl, but just like more wavy hair type
Hmm.
to see, maybe, yes.
Yes.
So
I'm loving even the ones where she has bangs. Cause like, okay, so this blonde, this corner blonde
this one.
and
Mm-hmm.
up one,
Mm-hmm.
that one, like that's pretty on her. If it had a little bit more dark mixed into it, maybe like a Rudy, like a little bit of like a darker root, that's actually really pretty on her because it's got the warmer tones, the golden tones. You can tell in that picture, like it just brings out her eyes. So definitely like warm colors look better on her complexion, I believe. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That one's really pretty.
And I like bangs on her.
I like bangs on her
Maybe
too. Very
yes,
cute.
and those options with curtain bangs, which are also in for several years now, and I think that that's fine options. Okay, so we have an older lady, and what would you say about her hairstyle? Whether she should consider change or it looks nice on her? And what would you recommend?
Um, I love the length on her. I love the pixie cut. I think it's super cute. I think adding a little bit of texture through color would be nice. Like giving her, and I don't know, because I'm definitely one who is very, what's the word? Strong, maybe that's not the word, but encouraging in working with what we've got to enhance your beauty rather than totally, completely change it. But I would add a little bit of richness to her somewhere, but I don't know. I can't tell if like her natural color is really light, but adding a little bit of like darkness in there would make her hair look thicker and fuller because I can tell just from this picture she has quite a bit of hair. So I think adding a little bit of that, but I actually love the length on her. I think it's super cute.
Mhm. Okay, so now let me take over and see what we have generated for Karen. And
Yeah.
so again, we don't know what she is looking for, if she is ready to grow out her hair or not. Maybe she is ready to transition to gray and not color or tone it in any way. And some options maybe may look really nice in her. So here is what we have.
Okay. I love those first two.
So
Even
what would you like to take a closer look at? So now we see the difference in face shape, first of all, right? So for Lisa, we had a really oval, elongated face, and here we have a rounder face, and probably the goal would be uh, to distract attention from the sagging skin. Yes, more a kind of rejuvenating hairstyle. Would you like to have a closer look at? What would you say about the colors, the lenses?
I honestly love the very first three. I think those are all like good options for her. They all offer variety and change. They're all a little longer, just super pretty. That adds for her face. That's beautiful. But again, I'm not sure where her color is. That's also, which is the complete opposite, beautiful. And I love that. That has like a lot of texture and movement. That's a really good option for her as well. Like, let's go down and see like one of the maybe shorter pixie ones that are a little different.
Mhm. So we have fixes
I don't
here.
love that one. It's not the color, it's the more the style, like it's being forward. I think something a little more volume. Yeah, I think that one's
This
a little
one.
more fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that in any color would be really pretty. It's a little bit longer than what she has currently, and I think that that's really flattering in her face. I mean, yeah, all those even like short bobby ones are really cute on her.
Mhm.
Ooh, I love that one. And the blonde one in the bottom.
Which one? This one?
Uh, that. I can't see your cursor, so probably not. That one right there in the corner. Up one.
Okay. This one?
Uh, mm, that
Yeah.
one. That's perfect.
Hmm.
I love that. Very flat in her face. It adds a little bit of movement, texture. Draws your eye up. I love like the length in the back. That's so cute. I love that on her.
Hmm.
Offers a little bit of versatility for her too. She could style it left or right. She could totally add a little bit of darkness into that, and I think that that would be really pretty.
And what do we have here? So this is one of the popular wigs you can buy online. So again, one of the uses of AI hairstyles is that you can try on something, a wig, an exact wig, or something like a wig, which you can, so you can be more confident in your choice. Yes, not just to buy something online without realizing how it may look on you.
Nice.
So might be
I
useful
love that.
here.
Bangs. Like I like bang on her. I think it's really flattering and really pretty. Um, so I think the ones with curls are really, really flattering on her. It draws your eye out a little bit, gives her hair and her face a little bit more fullness. And if you're, I always tell people if you're trying to draw attention away from something on your face, whether that's your cheek, your eyes, neck, anything that you want to distract from, if you can
Mm,
bring it out and put the attention into the hair, um, that is always a good place to be because it draws
mm,
your eye out away. So,
mm. So this is the same lens with the style we have seen previously, and with curls. I like this one. I don't know.
like cute on.
Mhm. Okay, so we would recommend this style, yes, and also a lot of other hairstyles look pretty too. Looks like this one with side bangs. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bangs. I think the bangs are
mm,
like the key factor with her.
okay, so let's move on to other women. But again, we will send over all the hairstyles for them. But now let's just have a look at their selfies and make some recommendations. So what would you suggest? So what do you see here? What a woman can change about her hairstyle?
Um, I mean, this is kind of hard because I can't quite totally see what her hair is. And it's darker. Um, I mean, she has like a good face shape. Like she seems very um like ovally to me. She, comes out of her cheekbones a little bit, but um I'm gonna get really big pretty eyes, so I think a bang would be really pretty on her. Um, just by the color of her eyebrows. It looks like she's probably a little bit darker, so a dark tone would look good on her. Something again with a lot of warmth. It's funny because I think for so many times, a lot of people think gray, ashy tones are trending, and they are trending, or were trending. But it's funny because people
Mhm.
are starting to realize that like warmth is coming back in, and a lot of people look good with some warmth on their face. Like you can see the warmth in her cheeks, in her lips. Like she's got really pretty lip color. And so I think warmth would be good on her. So I'm gonna bet that even like almost like a strawberry blonde would be really pretty on her.
Okay, so
Okay, here we go.
Mhm. So which
Okay.
ones? seems to be interesting on her. So
Yeah,
what would you like to
just like
have?
straight line on her. The texture is really cute. I honestly even love I think those like top three images are probably some of my favorites. Those are really good haircuts and really good colors just because they're I feel like
Mhm.
very versatile for a lot of people. Like you can see that length is pretty on her, the warmth is pretty on her, that gray, the second image is really pretty on her. I think she's one
Mhm.
really good looks. Yeah, that one's really pretty on her. That's very like age appropriate too. Like I feel like it's very flattering. Makes her skin look really pretty.
Mhm.
I even love like that one that the first one that you clicked on the brown, the blonde next to it was really cute. The little blonde pixie
This one?
was really cute.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah,
Great.
that one's really good on her. That brown pixie's really, really cute on her. That blonde pixie from the last um gown, really cute on her. That one on the corner.
Mhm. This one? This is probably not the best selfie, I would say, in terms of AI tool to work on because it has a different lighting and a tilt of the head. Yes, and since we take just one selfie, yes, so in lots of tools, you have to submit like 10 or 12 selfies for AI to train, and we have just one. So again, I encourage women, make sure the selfie is the best possible. Use looking forward and hair not covering your face and even lighting. So you can regenerate the results. We give such right. But again, it's better to start with a good selfie and you can always try on for free with your selfie to see how it works. So before ordering, you try on with the
Nice.
selfie and you see if it works good or not. So, what would you
Okay.
say about the hairstyle and what would you recommend?
For her, I feel like she would probably be really good as a blonde. Also maybe as a strawberry. I can see just like the warmth in her hair down below. I think she'd be really pretty, like on the lighter spectrum. I wouldn't take her really dark. And length variation, I'm gonna say like chin to shoulder would be really pretty on her.
Right. Do you think bangs will suit her?
I think bangs would be really pretty on her, yes.
Mhm.
I think she could go either way, yes.
Okay, so who's next? Let's go through the recommendations and we will send all the images to all women so they can see all the AI previews of hairstyles on themselves.
Okay, Miss Patricia, I actually am like I like where her length is on her now. I think it's really, really pretty.
Yeah.
She's I would say more of a heart shaped. She's got comes down more to like a point, even though her cheeks are kind of slender. I would say she's more of a heart shaped. Uh, so I think bangs work really, really good on her, which she has some. I would even go in and add maybe a little bit more bang. I actually love that color on her, kind of that strawberry tone would be really pretty. But she could add some highlights. I think that that would be really, really flattering on her. I think she could play with her length a little bit. I think she could definitely go shorter. I think one of those really messy pixies that are in there with a lot of movement and texture through the top, and then a bang that are like kind of flippy. I think those would be really, really flattering on her. But she's got blue eyes, so I'm gonna go for her for like the copper tones. Actually, the copper and blonde would be beautiful on her.
great recommendations. I also really like her current hairstyle, but women often like change, yes. And
Yeah.
even if you have an iconic look, you always wonder what if there is a hairstyle that might fit me even better, and hope she finds some alternatives on the list. Okay, so who else do we have?
Absolutely.
So
Let's see.
Maria, yes,
Uh,
has submitted an interesting selfie. It is not the best option for using AI. She should probably reuse it, but it definitely shows her personality. Yes, and she is like looking very stylish and having this vibe. Yes, and probably her choice of hairstyle uh, should be something interesting and maybe a bit edgy too. What do you think?
yes. She's very heart shaped as well, which is
Mhm.
you can just tell by her chin and like her cheeks and her jaw. So I actually love the darker tones on her. I'm gonna guess that that's really close to her natural. I like that she already has a little bit of warmth through her bottom that pulls out the warmth in her skin. So even like having the tan hat on, actually shows you really pretty on her, more neutral base. Nothing like super gold. Like beigey tones would be really pretty on her. Um, More of like a almost like a neutral caramel. Not I wouldn't do like coppers necessarily too much. Like if you did a copper, like more of an ashy copper, like a blue base copper. It look bang, like all those ones lots of curl and texture and like face framing would be gorgeous on her. I like the longer length, but I'm gonna bet you that in AI generated photos, like the cute little like short dark crop haircuts are gonna be super pretty on her.
I can't resist having a look again. So I appreciate your time and I'm
Yes.
sorry for taking it longer than we discussed. But again, I can't help sharing the images and let's have a look at these as well. So these look stylish again with the eyeglasses she's wearing. So again,
Yes.
this is not perfect because you don't see her face really clearly, and the selfie is not the best one, as I've mentioned. But again, it gives nice idea of color and the general vibe that you have. So here are some coppery tones you have mentioned. Yes.
Let's see. Oh, I kind of love it with the glasses. That's actually super fun.
Yes. So they have this vibe. They
Um,
send it to us.
yeah, blonde is not her color,
Mhm.
and neither is like super. Like the more like neutral browns are really pretty on her. Um, oh yeah, see that little like short cropped brunette is super cute on her.
Yeah.
That's really on her actually.
Mhm.
I love that. That's very flattering on her.
And it
Yes,
seems to me she
so cute.
can pull off
Yeah,
such bolder hairstyles and some side swept hairstyles like this one might look also very good in her.
oh,
Mhm.
I love that. And see, that's got the warmth in it, but it's a little bit more like neutral based. Okay.
This is Trina.
She's also, I would say, either like harder diamond shape because she kind of goes in towards the top of her head, like around her temples. So bangs, I think, would be really pretty on her. Like a really flattering face frame would be really pretty on her. She's got very light blue eyes. And so I feel like people with blue eyes typically off a lot of colors. They can pull off blonde, they can pull off dark, they can pull off copper just because like the blue tends to pull that out. Um, but I even do like the dark on her. I like the dark that she already has on her. I can tell it's not her natural. I can see her regrowth where it's come in a little bit. Um, so I'm
Some
interested. I would be
mahogany
interested to see
hue,
like the
right?
blondes on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some reddish tints in her hair now, seems to me.
Great.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Guys can pull off red, can pull off copper, they can pull off dark, they can pull off blonde because the blue tends to mix with them all. So I feel like she would be one who is able to be very versatile with her color.
Great. So let's have a look at Ramona.
Okay. And see, she's another blue eye. I love that she's rocking her natural color. I can tell that that's all her natural hair color. I think it's beautiful. Um,
And she
her
has
makeup is
such a
stunning
nice
as
soft
well. She
wave
does
in her
really
hair. Yes, she definitely play around this, right?
good. Yeah, I think a bang would be really pretty on her. If it were me, I would keep her in her tonality that she's in the gray tone.
Mhm.
Obviously, I think like a warm brown on her would be really, really pretty. But if it were me, I would totally stick with your natural. Maybe if you wanted something different, you could add a few like really, really bright highlights in certain areas, or you could add in another darker color that is like a tone. Otherwise, I would stick with where you are. I like that you have like curl and movement by your face. I would maybe bring your texture, your length up a little bit just to give your hair a little bit more life and body, get a little bit more height and volume, but and maybe add like a little bit of bang. I think that that'd be really, really I bet the pixie
What
cuts on
about
her would
going
also be very
short?
flattering as well.
What about going short? Would you recommend going short? Because
Yeah.
looking at Ramona, I actually wouldn't like her to go shorter. And actually, a lot of
No?
women, yes, after 50 tend to go short, but she looks really refined and
She's
nice with
beautiful.
those soft waves. Maybe I'm just jealous with my thin straight hair of her waves.
No,
I would
I'm like,
definitely leave it.
it's a
Mm.
that's where I feel like the AI is so good to see because it points out things. Because you know what? Maybe if I saw it on her, and maybe I think like short in like a darker tone on her would be really pretty, but sticking with her color because there's so many women that have gray tones that actually still want to color it and they want accents. And I'm here to tell people there's so many ways out there now in the color industry that you color hair to still look gray and just accentuate it. I have several gray hair clients that we only color like once every other appointment. And so they're only coloring their hair maybe 3, 4 times a year. And it's just fun because it adds another element to that, to wanting to change, but not changing where you are, if that makes sense. All right. Michele. Okay.
Mhm.
I love the red on her. Her eyes are either green or blue. One was really good coppery red. More in the coppery tones with her. I think she could like one of those really rich browns that are in the generator with like some warmer copper tones. Definitely keep her on the warmer side of things. I wouldn't go too dark. I wouldn't go too light. I'd stay kind of in the neutral space. If I could do anything with her hair, I would totally take her length up and I would fringe out around her face.
Mhm.
I think the bangs are a little heavy from going from like a bang to like just straight length. It actually like separates your face and sometimes a thing. But I would add a little bit more texture and movement. So I would totally bring her up to one of those cute little crops with a little bit more movement and texture, but stay within the same color range. I think that's beautiful.
Very good recommendations. Again, we don't know whether she is wearing the bangs like these always, or maybe they are in the grow out stage. But again,
Exactly.
it's
Yes.
not very comfortable. Yes, you have to get used to wearing bangs like these. If she likes them, that is great. But again, it seems to me that they lack connection. Yes. So some more face framing would
Yeah.
work
Yeah,
better.
I would connect them to everywhere else.
Mhm. Okay, and the last one, Michelle.
All right. Um,
Then the
Miss
quality of
Michelle.
selfie is not the best
Um,
one, yes, because you don't have this nice lighting, but we can see pretty well her face, and the hairstyle
yes.
is already like one of the styles we suggest. So some nice side swept bob. So what else should
Yes.
we
I
try?
I like her length. The bob length on her is super pretty. She's again kind of a hard between that and an oval. So I think the back is really good. I think she could go just a bit longer or a bit shorter. Um, and I like her color. I think it's really pretty. Like that's obviously her natural. Um, I would add a little bit of darkness to it. I think adding a little bit of like a tone, not necessarily like a brown, but like a darker gray tone would be really pretty, give a little bit of thickness. I like the bang on her. Again, I would probably add a little bit more layering stuff by base, but it's not so disconnected. But other than that, I actually like her length. I like the tonality of her color. I think it's really pretty on her skin, especially for green eyes.
Mhm. Just to round up our talk. So, what is your perception of AI hairstyles? How they will develop? Whether this is something fun just to try out once and see how you look, or you really see some prospects in it as a tool for stylists and for women to decide what works for them.
What I would say with images, always take images. Always take images to your stylist, whether they're images that you like or don't like. I think taking images that you don't like are just as good. And so I think the AI concept is even better because it's now implementing your face into the style where so many people bring you images and you're like, okay, but put that on your face. So I think the AI is just taking it one step further. So I would tell any of these ladies, anybody who uses the AI feature from the righthairstyles.com is to take ones that you don't like be like, look, I don't like this. Like, I don't like that the bangs are harsh right here, but I like that the bangs are wispy in this one. Always
Let's
use,
not end up with anything like this, right?
yes, but always show your stylist ones that you don't like too, so there's no misconception of what you do like. That would be my number one thing. But I just think the AI is just an added fun feature to take out any of the guesswork, any tones, any of that. So I think it's a great feature for sure. As a stylist, I would appreciate it. So,
Okay, and we do appreciate having you and having your feedback. And we would love to give you your personal promo code
okay.
for a 30% discount, which you can give to all your audience or to suggest to your new subscribers. So if anyone wants to try AI with reduced price, they should come to you for a promo code.